Good evening, everybody. Ignore the way the wind's messing my hair up. Let's go ahead and settle in and enjoy some time together. Just a little bit. My workday just ended, so I hope the wind isn't too horrible and that you can hear me all right despite. It's a very, very busy week. I'd like to check in with all of you a little bit. I missed last week because work got a little hectic. I didn't want to miss 2 weeks in a row. Everything's starting to bloom. Welcome to the patio. I would love to sit out here and do these on occasion on Thursdays with you. Let me know if the wind chimes are a little too much. You got a set in front of me that's a butterfly, and then, oh, where are they? There they are. We've got a dragonfly. So, we've had these two for a while now. Until we can get something to hang them a little bit better off the side of the house, or get something we can kind of stake into the ground. They just hang off the back of our patio chairs for now. I love listening to them while I'm writing, because literally about 30 feet, 40 feet away is my desk that you all normally see me from. I apologize if I'm squinting a lot. It's super bright today. It's gorgeous today. With it being super bright and gorgeous, I came prepared. So, to those of my friends who do not like tarot, humor me. I know some of you are into, some are not. It's okay. I don't judge. I grew up in a very interesting Catholic church. The pastor, Father Roach, bless him rest, who ran it, knew that it was more important for him to keep the doors open for people with open mindsets and people who enjoyed eating, because man loved to eat. He would make excuses to throw parties. Catholic, go figure. Anyway, he knew that serving the inner city Baltimore neighborhood that he did, it mattered more to keep an open mindset. So I had some very interesting theological conversations as a 6, 7, 8-year-old girl that most other girls in a Catholic church probably didn't hear until they were in high school. But that's just how he ran the parish. And even he said, I'm not a big believer in tarot, except for the fact that the journey of the fool is very much like a hero's journey. Now, when he talked to little kids, he always talked about the hero's journey because, you know, most of us watched Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Batman, like, you know, the good Batman. And so it was easy to use pop culture to compare to in our brains what the hero's story was at a young age. And that has recently been retold to me by my friends who do practice tarot. And each card's a page in the story. So you can call it the fool's journey, you can call it the hero's journey, or you can just call it the journey of the human experience. They're both kind of the same, right? And I don't mean the fool's journey as in to call you a moron or an idiot, no. Fool as in inexperienced, as in youth, as in childlike, okay? So, what are we being told today? Ooh, one of my favorite cards. This card is very important to me for many reasons. The Emperor. So it talks about like the paternal side, the masculine side, because you don't have to be you don't have to be male to be masculine. Calling out my fellow female business owners here. You understand that statement a little bit, right? But it also looks at having discipline, like sticking to consistency. One of my teachers, and as of late, Matt Schaefer, Aaron Dowdy, Victor Odo, they always talk about committing yourself consistently, even if the action is not perfect. And I'm a Virgo. I'm addicted to perfection. So there's something very consistent that's important to me. What about you? Like, what are you not showing up for, or what are you showing up for too much? Sometimes the emperor doesn't know when to back down. I mean, we all know what happened to Julius Caesar because he wouldn't back off, right? We don't want that to happen. You don't want a Julius Caesar, like, hero story. You probably want something more like Xena or Hercules, right? Something a little more well-rounded and not so stabby in the back. With that being the case, and I'm sure this is going to look beautiful in the sunlight. I'm sure this is, hello Buzz Buzz, going to look beautiful in the sunlight. We have a lot of purple dead nettle right outside of my door over here, and it attracts a lot of buzzes. So to those of you who were with me in the live stream on my main channel yesterday, and part of the live stream here, you got to endure the joy of the buzzes coming in the office through a broken mesh in our screen. Ooh, okay, these look so cool. That's a little blinding. These look so cool in the sunlight. Like I had hopes they would. Yes, I have transition lenses. I am cool like J.R. Ward, but not cool enough to wear sunglasses all the time indoors. Just transition lenses because I would be sneezing otherwise without them. I'm that person. So, what do we need to commit to, or what are we overcommitting to, I guess would be a good question to continue on this line and thread of thought right now. Ooh, that's a logical card. So we've got the 8 of Wands, we've got the 8 of Wands. So great haste and speed. It is literally arrows. It can be of love, of passion, self-love even. Are you not committing to taking care of you? I've been guilty of it lately myself, so. But beware. Sometimes things can cause reactions from others that you don't intend. Are you dealing with somebody who's just generally irate? Are you jealous of your own potential success, and is that making you inconsistent? So I'm going to go ahead and pull one each from the 2 Moonology cards that I have. I don't have the other decks yet in this series. They're on the wish list. I will admit, they're on the wish list. And while I do love my Moonology cards, I will admit, I'll need the book, because I want to give very specific guidance from the book. We're going to go with the Oracle cards first. It smells beautiful out here. I don't know what used to be in the field behind the house. We're assuming it was an old cornfield, especially considering that it is not uncommon for us to see about anywhere from 15 to 30 plus deer cross it in the mornings and at night. Kid you not. I had the joy of coming out here this morning around sunrise, just as they were finishing waking up and moving to wherever they do in the mornings. And I was hoping that I came out here late enough that I would start seeing the mamas to be and the newly made mamas starting to cross. Not quite. They did go ahead and take a much later hour, especially with us springing forward here in the US. an additional hour. So I will have the pleasure of enjoying them probably right about the time I'm starting my Pomodoro sprints on my other channel in the evenings, which would be lovely. That would be lovely. All right. These have been given a thorough shuffle. No jumpers. Ah, full moon in Cancer. You don't like to jump out for me. That's why. It's normally one of those cards that won't jump. It wants to, like a like a Cancerian moon. Looking at you, Sailor Moon yourself. You are a Cancer with your June, July-ish birthday. They like someone to reach out to them and pay special attention to them. So they like to be picked. They like to be picked. Full moon. In Cancer. So things are likely to get very heated. This is a super emotional sign, so there could be something that's explosive coming your way. I mean, those wands, when they impact, what's going to happen? It's going to happen quick. It's going to happen quick. Explosively so. It may be best to move toward what you want, but maybe not going from the direction you think. These guys are coming at a downward facing angle, so maybe think outside the box in a consistent manner. That would be, ooh. Imagine if you thought outside of the box and made just one different decision every day from your normal routine, just for the sake of it. Life would be much different. Meditate to soothe heightened emotions, but don't be clingy. And of course, we need to stop sulking. Have you had enough family time lately? Ooh, that makes sense that I spoke about Sailor Moon earlier, other than being an anime nerd. But she's always on about how her family and her friends who became like family are so important to her. So yeah, what can you do to include a lack of worry, hanging out with people who will remind you that everything's going to be well, even though it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't have to feel like it's going to be good. The whole thing's not going your way could be temporary. What can we do to get someone to help you not make it suck so much, right? Moonology, manifestation. I love the color scheme on the back of these cards. They're so pretty, and they look really, really, really pretty in sunlight. So, manifestation oracle cards. And then we'll finish up with the Soul Truth deck. I love that deck. The soul actions in it are effective and efficient. Yeah. All right. Full moon in Sagittarius. See the bigger picture, my friends. So a personal issue is reaching a resolution because you're going to see the bigger picture. Ooh. When you look at these from underneath, in the bottom of this picture here, if you were standing right there, that would be really daunting. But when you pull back and look at it from a different angle, so is it really coming towards you? It's coming towards you fast, but can you, I don't know, bullet time? Like Matrix, right? Is there some way you can take that prolonged pause, kind of like in the Robert Downey Jr. versions of Sherlock Holmes, where you see the calculations in his brain and then he goes through with it? If the calculations succeed or fail, you kind of see Doctor Strange go through something similar in the Marvel movies. Are you overanalyzing and not seeing the bigger picture? Are you overanalyzing and not seeing the bigger picture? That's potential. Find a balance between saying what needs to be said versus saying too much. Knowing that you're blessed, appreciating what you have. What are you over-focusing on? There's a lot of sand here. Does it shift when you shift your perspective? That's a potential. That's a potential. So if you can shift your mindset, or how, that'd be a good advice from the Soul Truth deck. What can we do to shift our mindset and how? If you had a magic wand and could have anything desired in life, what could you choose? You're burning it up with your desires, which goes back to this card. Because, you know, fire, Aries, right? So you got the right energy from the beginning. You're doing this in your pace and your time and your stride. So long as you're doing it consistently and you're committed to trying your best, right? Today's soul action literally says to go inward. Your answers are here. That's the bigger picture. What do you desire? What makes you happy? There's power in those desires, and they fuel you on a daily basis. I mean, I'm a writer. That's my ikigai, right? All things writing. For those of you who don't know what ikigai is, in the Japanese culture, it is the intersection of 4 questions. What are you good at? What do you enjoy doing? What will people pay you for? And there's one other. But basically they're all in it, and if you Google it, you'll find that there's just this intersection for you of, oh, this is what people want me around for. It's not that they're using you necessarily, though if you don't have boundaries, it can get used, right? But what are you good at? What's the bigger picture? Because the answers are here. You just gotta be consistent and committed about it, my friends. You've had the ability to shift your mindset into being awesome and kicking butt from day one. When we're born as kids, we come into this world ready to take it on. And we're convinced otherwise that we can't. So tap into the inner you. You've always been worth it. Never forget it. Until next time, take care of you, my fellow soul bird. And if you like some of what I do here, either live or pre-recorded or on the replay for the lives, then go ahead and leave a like, comment, and sub. See you this weekend or later next week. Soul Rider out.